Jerry here, doing my 8:30 check-in. The storm now is moving in a east-northeast fashion, so it's actually going away from us, under us and away from us. So that's actually better for us. We won't catch the eye wall and the highest winds. It's still pretty crazy out here. I've been leaving my front door open because it's inside this little cutout here. The wind's coming from behind me, so it's actually dead still where I'm standing until these winds start crisscrossing. But it's allowing a nice breeze to go into the house as well, and it's really hot in there with all of us in there, so that helps a little bit. If it gets too crazy, I'll go ahead and pull it shut, but we've had some pretty big ones come by, but nothing that I would feel, threatened by, I guess you could say. Even though they were scary, I won't lie. They come through, you're like, whoa. Watch it go by and think, wow, that was a big one, but, I didn't feel like I had to run for my life, I guess is what I was saying, so. I don't know if it's not much light out here, and I'll try to step out away from the wall so you can actually hear what's going on as well. Getting poured on right now. Hang on. Oh, man. Alright, I'm now completely drenched. But I was trying to get out from around the house so you'd actually be out in the weather and actually hear the weather. And it's pretty crazy. I know it doesn't sound like it with me standing right here, but I wish you could just see the horizon. I don't know if you can or not. But, I can only see just across the street, just down, not even to the end of the street down there. And it's not pitch black, but it's pretty close to it. And I'll see if I can go out one more time and you can actually hear this. Oh, okay. Wet already, so who cares? I don't know if you could hear that or not. Luckily I have an iPhone 7, so it is water resistant, so I'm not too concerned about the rain. Actually, hopefully the camera ain't. There we go. The camera wipe, just in case. But like I said, I will keep checking in, and things are looking brighter for us here as this thing takes more of an easterly pattern. Again, it's worse for our neighbors out in Arcadia, but better for us. But definitely hope the best for everybody that's in the path of the hurricane, and like I said, the more east it goes, the better off we are. Looks like I'm going to have no chance of seeing the eye unless it starts heading the other direction for some reason. But we'll keep you updated, like I said, every half hour or so, or if anything changes drastically. Like I said, we just got these huge sustained winds. And then in between them, you get these really monster heavy wind gusts. Like right now, it's going pretty good, but you'll get them so big, it'll start howling and making all kinds of sounds you've never heard before. I don't know, maybe you can see the silhouette, I'm not sure. So, okay, I will be back in a little bit and keep you updated. See ya. Jerry here again. 9:30 update. It's actually more like 9:40, sorry, but about the same here. The hurricane is almost due east of us now, so it's straight ahead of where I'm looking, pretty close to it. So it looks like we won't get the eye hit with the really extreme weather, but we've had some really big gusts. My front door is actually still open. I've not closed it. Not felt I've had to. It hasn't been any kind of weird wind come into the house or any kind of vacuum go out. But it is playing heck on the trees. And then there's some metal off in the distance. I hear it sounds like it's coming loose off of something, but I can't see it. I just hear it every now and again flopping around. But other than that, everybody's still good. Got the generator on, got the fridges plugged in for about 15-20 minutes, let them get nice and cold again before I shut it down for the evening. And I set my alarm for 4:30 in the morning. That way I can get up, and if we still don't have power, I'll plug the generator back in and do the refrigerators again, just so we don't lose everything. But still good. I don't know, it's really dark outside, so if you can see, but there is a whole lot of wind and huge gusts of wind, but they all seem to be coming out of the west, heading east towards where the hurricane actually is from us. I think it's about 45 or 50 miles east of us right now. Maybe even a little farther than that, not sure, but it is heading up and away from us, so that's good. We're just caught in this last big thick band of this huge wind. Once we get below the hurricane, or it gets above us, then it won't be so crazy. You'll still have a lot of rains, and we'll have some winds, but it won't be like this. It won't be blowing limbs out of trees and knocking trees down and stuff like that. Okay, I will try to keep you updated maybe one more time before we go to bed tonight. If not, then it'll be in the morning, and of course that'll be it will have passed by then. I'm sure it'll be tonight though. Alright, see ya. 11 a.m. Monday the 11th, after the storm. Still got some winds. Looks like everybody survived. Just a lot of debris on the ground. Everybody's pulling their boards down, so a lot of branches and stuff in the street. You can see we still got a lot of winds, but fared well. Hey everyone, Jerry again. It's now 11 o'clock a.m. Monday the 11th. The storm has passed. We're still getting a lot of winds. Little rain's coming through, but we actually have blue skies again. All the neighbors are out. Walked around the neighborhood a little bit. I just got my phone charged, so took a little bit of video earlier till it died. But there's a lot of little limbs on the ground. You can see some of the neighbors out. Everybody in our neighborhood's okay. So should be alright from here. Just gonna be some cleanup. A few limbs and some trees down and stuff, but all in all, it looks pretty good. If you see behind me down there, a lot of debris everywhere. But yeah, time to unboard some windows and do some cleanup. I'll keep you guys informed. Alright, take care guys. Check in a little bit. Hey guys, Jerry here. It's now 3:45. We just got done raking up the yard and stuff. Got it looking pretty good. Got a bunch of bags of leaves and limbs and you name it. Cigarette butts, which was really weird. I had like 200 cigarette butts in my front yard. You guys know I smoke cigars, so that was kind of odd. But a lot of the neighbors are cleaning up. Like you see across the street, they got a bunch of limbs and stuff back the road. Same over here. The house here with the white pickup. My generator ran out of gas. I was out here in the rain trying to siphon gas out of the cars, and here he comes across the street with a jug of gas for me. So that was very cool. I mean, I'm talking, he come across the street in probably 60-70 mile an hour winds. It was insane. And so we shared some of our food with them. We had made some warm food. Their power went out as well. They don't have a generator. We do. So they sacrificed their gas to me. So early this morning, his whole back fence was blown down, and he's got 3 large dogs. So first thing I did this morning was run over there and help him put his fence up so he can let his dogs out. And then we went house to house. We did have the meeting at the corner. Sorry, my phone was dead at that time. We did get that tree cut up. And a couple of the other neighbors, they lost a little tree right out front. You see it out by the street. They're still working on it, so we're gonna help them. The only one I'm concerned about is the very last house behind me, at the end of the street down there. His name's Derek, a real nice guy, and he actually left, and that was the house that took the most damage. It blew all the shingles off the back, and a bunch of limbs down in his yard. It's pretty trash down there. And then even sadder, he owns the house across the street, which the tenants are there, but it blew half the roof off the back of that house as well. So he owns 2 properties on our street, and it was the only 2 properties that took damage, poor guy, and he's not even here. So I'm gonna gather the family up, head down there, see if I can straighten his yard up a little bit. Looks like he's gonna have a lot to deal with. You don't need those branches in his way doing it. So, and then I will try to get my wife to maybe drive me around a little bit, and I'll give you some video of the neighborhood and the cleanup. And luckily, everybody is okay. I mean, everybody is okay. Not one person injured. You know, injuries like this kind of stuff from taking down the boards and cutting up limbs, but I mean, that's nothing. I'll take a scratch or 2, so I think we all have them. But everybody's safe and sound. Everybody's houses is okay. The house actually down the road stayed standing. Just looks like they lost part of their Shane. Now when I say they lost the roof, I don't mean the wooden stuff came off, just part of the shingle parts, the tar paper, where if you look at it now, it's just exposed wood. So I don't know how much water damage would have made it through that or not, or if it did at all. Again, he's not there. We knocked on his door first thing this morning, no answer. I noticed his vehicles are also gone, so he must have dipped out late last night. But everything else is good as of now. It's probably about 3:50 now, 3:45, something like that in the afternoon. Storm's gone. We're still getting some winds. Actually got some beautiful skies. Still very windy. I can't fly my Phantom today or anything like that, so I'll try to come back shortly with a video of a neighborhood drive around and show you the tree that fell and all the work we did. Sorry again about the phone being dead for the meetup, but it wasn't necessarily a meetup per se. It was just I got up, looked down there, everybody was down there, so I headed that way. Some people came later, some people came earlier, depending on what time you woke up this morning, if you even went to bed last night. So, alright, I will keep you informed. Take care. Okay guys, we're going to drive around the neighborhood and take some video. I got my son driving. These are the neighbors that helped us. Real slow going. But coming up at the end of the street here is where we were talking about meeting up. Again, this is the kind of damage we saw, just little limbs and debris. Everybody's cleaned up pretty good so far. Like everybody had something in their yard. But straight ahead, I'll zoom in. There's what's left of the big tree. It's been cut up and moved, so I had my son drive by so you guys can see that. That was the only tree that was down. Right here. We just cut it out of the street. Like I said, everybody fared pretty well. Still some debris here and there. We still don't have power yet, but we're getting communicate that people around us are starting to get their power back. So people still out cleaning. We got FPL trucks lined up, about 150 of them out on the interstate right now. Some people are still boarded up. So we got a lot of emergency vehicles, a lot of moving around. I haven't really been out of the neighborhood too much. Just been trying to help my neighbors, getting our area back up and making sure my family has power and food with the generator. And then after I feel that, you know, everybody's okay. This guy had a tree partially come down. Yeah, here's some other stuff that came down, a little tree here and some stuff here. But like I said, once I feel good about that, I will start heading out of the neighborhood and just, I got a few friends that live nearby. Go check on them. I haven't heard from them over the phone or anything, so then we'll see how that goes. It's like all the kids are safe out in the street playing. That's a good thing. Cody! That was Cody. That's my buddy's little boy. He is funny, and I tell you, he's a good kid. Yeah, so you see, it looks like everybody had a little something. Luckily, it wasn't worse than it was. There's Okay, we now have sustained some new damage. If you saw the last skit of the video, my son made me face plant the windshield. And I don't know if you can see it, but I tore the grass. Did a nice burn out in the front yard, let everybody know we're okay. Alright, check back in with you in a minute. Hey, me again. It's now 6 o'clock p.m. Monday the 11th. Storm is now gone north of us. And everything's good. I just got back from helping my brothers take the wood off their windows. I'll tell you, I'm spent. My arms are killing me. I think I overdid it with drilling and screwing tap cons. And then fixing people's fences this morning and the yard work. And yeah, I won't lie, I'm sore. Sore as can be. But like I said, all's good here. I think this will probably be one of the last transmissions. We still don't have power. It's been over 24 hours now. Power's coming up around us here and there, but the problem is now is when they turn the grid on, it's causing tree fires. They turned grid A on, which is west of us, and they had 12 tree fires, whether it be a branch or the whole tree against the line or whatever. So it's not just the power being off, it's things in the lines that also cause problems. You know, you don't realize until the power's back on. So my brother's power came on and right back off. And then I started hearing about the tree fires, so that's probably a lot of the ambulances and the fire trucks and stuff I've been hearing all day as they're turning those different grids on, causing other problems to happen. So, but yeah, I think that's about it. Not much more to see. Our skies are starting to get a little more blue. We got a few clouds around. Sun's out. Kids are playing. It's my daughter with a friend across the street. They've been having a good old time out here. I'm still running the generator on and off, keeping my refrigerators cool. I will edit when we finally do get power back, probably in the end of the video. This is probably a pretty boring video from here on out. But thanks for being there with me, and I'll try to edit this video and get it updated and loaded so you guys can check out the whole video. Okay, take care. See ya.